Welcome, Gemini. This is your weekly Tarotscope reading for July the 14th through to the 20th, 2014. So I just want to take a really fast moment to thank you for your love, your affection, your support, your blessings, your understanding, and your prayers, especially last week, but all the time. I truly am honored to be able to walk the steps next to you in your path. And thank you for walking the steps on my path with me. So truly, I'm blessed to have such an amazing, awesome audience. Let's get to the cards though, because we have two aces. We have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so definitely a new path. A new path. It's going to be filled with a passion, a goal, an obtainment that you've wanted for so long. It's also going to bring you some sort of financial stability going forward. Okay, so there's opportunity for new money, new growth of money, or it could be well-being. Okay, it is a general reading, so I don't want to disclude that. I'm hoping it's a little bit of a cash flow, but I'm also hoping that it affects your well-being. You know, you've had a lot of struggles. You've been growing a lot. So what do you want right now for your priority? What is going to make your soul soar? Are you standing in your truth? What do you need to surround you? Okay, trust me, it is the end. We have the Knight of Cups here. So you're walking into a beautiful tomorrow, even if you can't feel it right now, even if you can't see it. But I do believe that you're feeling the world shift underneath your feet. You would almost have to for this to be your week going forward, because there's so much newness coming to light, so much clarity, knowing what you need to cut out of. You know, it's things about yourself. It's things about your routine. It's things... Let's start at the beginning before we get too far. The Ace of Pentacles. So this really says that you are entering a new chapter of some financial growth, stability in your life, and opportunities coming your way, people coming your way to exalt you on your path, to help you out so that you can go forward. I think with more of an ease, with more of a true understanding that you are actually walking your path. Ace of Cups with the Five of Cups. So this tells me a very new path. Now it could be separate paths. Okay, it could be finances on one hand. It could be loves and passions on the other. But I really do feel that the cards connect, especially in a general reading. So it's going to be like a win-win situation, but the win-win situation is not going to happen unless you believe that it is possible. To believe in yourself, to believe in God, the universe, your angels, your spirit guides, all working towards the common goal, which is your destiny, your beauty. Okay? So the Ace of Cups and the Five of Cups. Now you are... You know, this new path is a very expansive path, but every time that you think that you can't do it, you won't do it. I tried it before, it failed. You know, pick your excuse for why you can't do it. No time, no money, no energy, too many other priorities, too many other demands in your life. You can easily dam up that path to make it a challenge to go through. Now, you don't have any strong cards in the sense of whether or not you have any say in this. You have all the say in your path this week. You get to make all the decisions in your path this week. So, definitely be talking to Spirit, God, your universe, however you make that divine connection. Really ask them for some guidance, okay? We have the Five of Swords and Judgment. Okay, so maybe a discipline that's needed in reflecting maybe who you are, what you stand for. Looking into the mirror. Who do you see? Is it who you want to see? What values do you carry forward? What people surround you going forward? Okay, we have Judgment, bringing in the balance, but this is also, I'm getting this sense of inner health, inner worth, and how you really need to take a look at that and find out what, you know, and I think you already know. I don't think you need to find out anything at this point. I think you already know. It's making the decision on whether or not you're going to eat more healthily, or join that group you've always wanted to, or say those words to that someone special that you've been kind of holding off on. It's making the declaration of who you are. Okay, so if you don't see yourself as somebody who smokes, then this would be a very good time to cut it out of your life. The universe is actually empowering you to make these hard decisions in your life. Eat less, exercise more, sleep better, eat 3 times a day. What are your small routine life choices that are really affecting the outcome of how you live tomorrow? Where do you need to tweak? Are you spending 5 hours on the computer playing solitaire? Not good, not healthy. You really need to pay attention to you, who you are, what your values are, your worths are, because I tell you, you're going to be getting a lot of situations coming up right now, and I think it's going to give you a lot of stuff to think about. You know, we have the 8 of Wands and the 7 of Cups here. Okay, so the 8 of Wands is primarily opportunities coming to you, a rush of opportunities too. But really, with the 7 of Cups, it's almost as if you're analyzing each one and saying, you know what, this gives me balance, it stays. This gives me no balance, it goes. This isn't good for me, it goes. This is great for me, it stays. And really dissecting different parts of your life and how it makes you that whole person in the reality of today. And does it reflect where you want to go tomorrow? And we have the 10 of Wands and the Knight of Cups. What a challenging road you've had. But you're going on to a road of beauty. Now, for some of you, you could be meeting that knight in shining armor, or you could be that knight in shining armor this week. I always say that when the Knight of Cups appears. So if it's love, then this is a very beautiful sign that, yes, there is going to be a beautiful, soulful connection this week with somebody, if that's the top of your priority list, or growing deeper in a love. You know what to weed out of that bag now. You know what is stagnant in your life and what's making you stagnant in your life, and you know how to eliminate it in your life. And if you do it, if you're brave enough, if you have enough courage, if you give it the time and energy that it needs, I think you're going to be very pleased with the path that you are walking on. It's almost like you've gone through the meadow or the forest or the rainforest or the desert, and you've come out, and then there was mountains. And so you're climbing up those mountains, and you can see the top of the mountain. You can see where you want to be. But now it's definitely the time to really evaluate what you need to cut out of in your life that's not working for you. You're given this little moment of pause, and I think you're going to do that very successfully, very well. But I think if you don't do it on your own, the universe will give you opportunity to learn this lesson this week. It's needed to go forward. So I always like to choose, because I think I pick easier things for myself than the universe does. That's why some of the challenges are so hard. So they get our attention, and we actually do learn. So take the time to meditate this week. I think it's of utmost importance, and think in a very positive sense, okay? The 5 of Cups says, you know, you're going to build this dam across your path. You're looking at the negative. You're kind of worried. You've got that blanket because you need this comfort level. You're not feeling all that secure like you should be. And if you just turn around and look at some of the positive aspects of, if you change this in your life, or do this in your life, or allow this person in your life, or cut that out of your life, and really think of it in a positive sense, I think once you make that decision, you're going to feel 100 times better about the decision. What do you need to cut out of for that wholeness, for that balance, for that beauty, to enter your life and keep you as stable as you want to feel when we wrap that blanket around of us and demand comfort from the universe? Look at the positive this week. Look at all you've accomplished. Look at all you've done. And really analyze what is giving you the happiness, allowing you to stand in the truth of who you are, and celebrating you and exalting you on your path, and what isn't working and what needs to go. So until next time we meet, please remember, I do love you.